You're listening to Where You Live with Gene and Tony.
Welcome back to Where You Live with Gene and Tony with my guest co-host, Attorney Dan Greenstein with Burnett Lifson. We, of course, are broadcasting from the Natural Green Lawn and Landscape Studios. We're brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Kim Bennett Agency, and Extreme Exteriors. You can count on Extreme Exteriors for expert installation of exterior siding, roofing, soffits, fascia, decks, windows, and more. With their knowledge and experience, they can design the perfect solution to make your home beautiful and energy efficient, saving you maintenance and money for years to come. Call them at 763-441-1334 and tell them Gene and Tony sent you. It's time to hear from the Community Associations Institute. The CAI Minute is brought to you by New Concepts Rental Management. Whether you're an accidental landlord or a seasoned investor, New Concepts Rental Management can help you achieve your financial goals. New Concepts Rental Management can advise and guide you through every aspect of the business. Call Tony Crockett at New Concepts at 952-922-2500.
Are you a member of the Community Associations Institute? For nearly 40 years, CAI has provided education and resources to volunteer homeowners who govern community associations and the professionals who support them. Visit caionline.org to learn more. That address again is caionline.org. CAI helps community association board members by providing online resources, in-person training, and hard copy publications written by association management experts. CAI offers community managers professional development, networking opportunities, and a certification program that's established as the industry standard nationwide. Minnesota has its own chapter of the Community Associations Institute to bring resources and tools from community associations around the country right to your home. Visit caimn.com to learn more and become a member of CAI today. Your community and management company will benefit from your involvement. Join the Community Associations Institute today at caimn.com and click on Membership.
Now, if you're just joining us, we are talking about a proposed legislation at the Minnesota State Legislature this year. It's Senate File 1308. The chief author, Greg Clausen from Apple Valley, and it is stating for homeowner associations that in the past, if you've planned on being able to fine someone in the association for a violation, and it could be something that could deal with public safety, like parking.
Parking or pets or noise.
Yes, or the nuisance type of violations, like the noise,
behavior.
all of those.
Sure.
Yep. Now, instead of being able to place a fine against the homeowner on their account to be paid at a later date, and if they don't pay that in their association dues, they would go through foreclosure. They're saying those violation fees cannot be placed as a lien against the property anymore. Now your only recourse is to go to court and try to recover the amounts from there.
And get a judgment against that homeowner.
Yeah.
Which is I can't believe they haven't thought this through, because what they're doing is they're sending more and more associations to court to try and enforce these small judgment amounts. And rather than allowing the association to put a lien on the home, not to foreclose the home for a $25 or $50 fine, but to have the lien on the home, to have an opportunity to collect that money once the homeowner tries to refinance or to sell their unit.
It's just saying that we have a right to that at a later date.
It's contrary to everything under our laws with association. And Gene, I wonder if the author of this bill heard a horror story, maybe out of one of those crazy places in Florida that are always having litigation.
Well, I think they did. I have had an opportunity this year to go out to the state legislature and have been trying to do some lobbying on behalf of Community Associations Institute and our industry on several different bills. And, of course, I have heard a little bit of what is the supposed scuttlebutt behind this bill. And I have not had a chance to talk to the author, so I can't confirm this. But others have said that he has a constituent in his district who is upset. They live in a homeowners association, and apparently they went ahead and replaced the exterior windows on their home without getting the approval of the association.
I see.
Now the association has placed some fines and
on the homeowner.
And so he thinks that that is terribly unfair.
I see. Well, now, at least now we have a context to try and understand what they're even trying to get at.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it's totally let me go legal on you just for 1 minute.
Go legal.
Under the law, when you have a lien, which is nothing more than a mortgage without payments, when you have a lien on the property, it clouds the title. It prevents the sale of the property until the amount in question is paid off. There's a lot of different types of liens that go on property. If someone has a mortgage, that is really a lien on the property. Now, if you don't pay your payment on time, there's a late fee. There's probably interest that accrues if you don't pay on time. All of those are liens on the property and can be foreclosed if the lender decides to foreclose. If someone sells a unit on a contract for deed, and that homeowner that's buying the unit doesn't pay the interest or doesn't pay the taxes or insurance, the homeowner that's selling the unit on a contract for deed has a lien on the unit and can foreclose for all of those penalties. If someone does home improvement work on your home, we all know they're entitled to a mechanic's lien. Well, as part of the mechanic's lien, if the mechanic is forced to incur attorney's fees or if there's interest accruing on that mechanic's lien, all of those go into the lien amount and can be foreclosed. And the same with an IRS lien. So in virtually every other type of encumbrance or lien that goes on real estate, all of the amounts that come due can be a part of that lien and can be foreclosed. So you're not going one way with a lien foreclosure and on the other hand having to go to court to try and collect a small part of the money.
Exactly. And, you know, it really isn't any different than a city. You know, a homeowner association, I've said over and over again, in a lot of cases, is very similar to a city. They provide necessary, important services to the homeowners, and so the homeowners need to pay. And there are times, just like a city, where homeowners living in a city, a single-family home, will do something that's not approved according to the ordinances of that city.
Of course.
Perfect example, a deck. If a particular homeowner expanded their deck and ignored guidelines, codes with the city in terms of footings, how far they were offset from a real estate line between them and another property, what would the city do? Wouldn't the city fine them?
They certainly can fine them. They can deny. They're not going to approve the completed permit, and they're probably going to make them take it apart. And every fine or every cost, if it's not paid to the city, that is a lien on the home.
Exactly. And so we're talking about the same thing.
Absolutely.
And so we don't know what happened. If in this particular case, this was the scuttlebutt, and we're talking about a homeowner, perhaps there was a fine because someone did not go to the association first, and the association is saying, hey, it's important that we have architectural control and that we have continuity with the look of our association.
And, Gene, that is what the board is supposed to do. I have a feeling this author is thinking you've got a runaway board that's, out of control. They're doing irresponsible things. But the truth is the board is supposed to make sure the exterior of all of the units has a uniform quality and a uniform appearance.
The last time that I checked, that was one of the reasons why people have chosen specifically to live in an association, is because there is going to be more architectural control, and they're not going to have the person who is going to have god-awful colors.
Absolutely.
And 101 little statuettes in their lawn, but things are going to look somewhat the same.
There's a house over by Lake Calhoun that I drive by a couple of times a year, and it is painted about 20 different colors and spots and stripes, and it looks like it should be framed on a wall in an art museum or something, but
Was it Andy Warhol's house?
Looked,
maybe
it's not that good. Believe me, it's not quite that professional. But I often think when I drive by there, well, there's certainly no association on this block, because something like that would just not work in an association.
Yeah. It's something else. We need to take another quick break, so let's do that right now. We have a little bit more to say about Senate File 1308. What do you think? Do you think that this is right, folks, or do you think that associations have too much power and they shouldn't have this ability to place liens against properties in their community? We're going to take a break. You're listening to Where You Live with Gene and Tony on AM 1280, The Patriot.